Have you ever felt that hollow, sinking feeling when someone you trusted completely suddenly let you down? Or after a breakup, when your heart feels shattered and you keep replaying every moment, wondering what went wrong? That mix of sadness, anger, fear, and confusion, it's overwhelming, isn't it? You try to focus on other things, but it keeps coming back. Every text, every memory, every little reminder brings the same pain back to your chest, and suddenly, it feels impossible to trust again. Hello, friends. Today, we're going to talk about rebuilding trust after a breakup or betrayal. If this video feels helpful to you, make sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're struggling with heartbreak or trust issues, share your thoughts in the comments below because you're not alone and we're here to support you. Let's start by being honest with ourselves. Betrayal hurts. Heartbreak hurts. And pretending everything is fine won't make it go away. It's okay to feel hurt, to feel angry, to feel sadness creeping into every corner of your day. You might try to distract yourself by scrolling through your phone, working extra hours, or pushing friends away. But your heart needs time to process. Let it cry if you need to. Write down your thoughts. Let them spill onto paper. Sit with your emotions, even if it's uncomfortable. This is the first step in regaining trust, not just in others, but in yourself. After you acknowledge the pain, it's important to reflect. Not to blame yourself, and not to dwell on the other person, but to truly understand what happened. Were there warning signs you missed? Were your expectations realistic? Did past experiences shape the way you reacted? Reflection doesn't mean self-blame. It means learning, growing, preparing for healthier relationships in the future. When you understand the root of the pain, it becomes easier to manage your emotions and avoid repeating the same patterns. Many of us feel tempted to rush into someone new just to fill the emptiness or to feel loved again. But rushing can hide the real feelings and sometimes lead to repeating the same mistakes. Healing takes time. Give yourself space. Breathe. Focus on yourself. Regain your emotional balance. When you're ready, opening your heart again will feel natural, not forced. Trust starts with yourself. After betrayal, it's normal to doubt your judgment. You may question your decisions, your worth, even your ability to love again. That's normal and human. But small steps, like keeping promises to yourself, practicing daily self-care, or setting boundaries, remind you that you are strong and reliable. When you trust yourself, trusting others becomes easier. Sometimes, it feels like everyone else has moved on and you're still stuck. You might compare yourself to others, or wonder why this happened to you. Remember, healing is not a race. Everyone's journey is different. Focus on your growth, your values, your own timeline. Don't rush it. Each day you choose yourself. Each day you practice patience and self-love. You are slowly rebuilding your ability to trust. Let me tell you a story. One of my friends went through a breakup that left him feeling completely betrayed. For weeks, he couldn't eat properly, couldn't sleep, and every memory of his ex triggered pain and anger. He tried to distract himself by meeting new people, but it never worked. Finally, he decided to face the pain instead of running from it. He journaled, he cried, he allowed himself to feel every emotion without judgment. Little by little, he started trusting himself again, realizing he could make decisions, set boundaries, protect his heart, and still be open to love. This is how trust begins to rebuild, step by step, inside you first, and then outward. Another thing to remember, don't let one betrayal convince you that all people are untrustworthy. Yes, some people will hurt you, but there are also those who will respect you, value you, and love you genuinely. The key is learning to distinguish between red flags and fear and using your past as guidance, not as a cage. Every time you forgive, not necessarily the other person, but yourself, for trusting, you grow stronger. Every time you set a healthy boundary, you remind yourself that your heart matters. Every time you choose patience over impulsiveness, you give your heart the chance to heal properly. And that's where we pause before moving deeper. So take a moment, breathe. Remind yourself that you're doing the work, and it's okay to take it slow. Now, let's talk about taking the next steps, the practical ways to rebuild trust within yourself and eventually with others. The first thing to remember is don't rush. Healing doesn't happen overnight, and trusting again takes patience. Start by reconnecting with yourself. Do things that make you feel strong, things that remind you of who you are outside of a relationship. It could be small, going for a walk, journaling your thoughts, reading a book that inspires you, or learning something new. Every time you do something for yourself, every time you honor your own feelings, you're reinforcing the fact that your heart, your emotions, your well-being matter. Another important step is to reflect on your patterns, not to blame, but to understand. Ask yourself, were there moments where you ignored red flags? Did you trust too quickly, or maybe not enough? Did your past experiences influence how you reacted? Understanding these patterns doesn't make you weak. It makes you wiser. It gives you clarity, and clarity is the first step in making conscious choices instead of repeating the same mistakes. Next, practice setting boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're signs of self-respect. They tell others, and most importantly yourself, what is acceptable and what isn't. It could be as simple as saying no to something that makes you uncomfortable, or as big as walking away from situations that harm your peace of mind. Every time you enforce a boundary, you're rebuilding trust in yourself, showing yourself that you value your own heart. Forgiveness also plays a huge role, but it's important to understand what forgiveness really is. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting, and it doesn't mean allowing the person to hurt you again. It simply means releasing the weight of anger, resentment, or bitterness that keeps you trapped in the past. Every time you forgive, even if it's just yourself for trusting, or the situation for teaching you a hard lesson, you free a little more space in your heart for love, for trust, and for peace. Another way to rebuild trust is to gradually open up to others. You don't have to jump straight into a new relationship or fully trust everyone you meet. Start small. Share a thought or feeling. Observe how the other person responds. Notice if your boundaries are respected and how safe you feel. Trust is rebuilt slowly, step by step, interaction by interaction, choice by choice. While this may sound simple, it isn't always easy. Sometimes, fear will creep in. You'll doubt yourself. You'll worry that trusting again will only lead to more pain. And that's okay. Acknowledge the fear. Talk to someone you trust. Remind yourself that one past experience doesn't define every future one. Every small act of courage, every time you take a risk, even emotionally, you're strengthening your trust muscles within yourself and eventually with others. Practical daily exercises can also help. 1. Start each day with a positive affirmation. I am worthy of trust. I am capable of love. I can choose wisely. 2. Journal your feelings nightly. Reflect on moments where you felt safe, happy, or strong. 3. Surround yourself with people who honor your feelings, who respect you, who make you feel seen. These small practices, done consistently, build a foundation of trust that no betrayal can easily shake. Remember, healing isn't linear. There will be days when the past hits hard, when memories trigger pain, when doubts surface. And that's normal. The difference is, each time you acknowledge the feeling, process it, and move forward, you are growing stronger. Your trust is slowly being rebuilt, brick by brick, day by day. Now, let's bring it all together. Rebuilding trust after heartbreak is not about finding someone new to rely on. It's about reconnecting with yourself. It's about honoring your feelings, respecting your boundaries, practicing forgiveness, and taking small, consistent steps to open your heart safely again. Imagine a future where you can love fully without fear holding you back, where you trust your own judgment and know that your heart is resilient no matter what happens, where relationships are not about filling emptiness, but about sharing joy and growing together with someone who values you. And that future is possible for you, starting today. It doesn't happen all at once, but with patience, reflection, self-care, and small steps, trust can grow again and your heart can heal. So take a moment, Breathe. Acknowledge your progress, however small it may feel. If you found this helpful, subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts or challenges in the comments below. We read every comment, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Remember, your heart is capable, your trust is rebuildable, and your future is brighter than your past. Trust yourself, love yourself, and step forward slowly, steadily, and confidently. You are not broken. You are learning, growing, and moving toward a life filled with connection, respect, and genuine love.